Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Tuesday market webcast. Okay, so broke above this big chunk of price. They came all the way back into the 50. We talked last week about how holding the 50 was problematic for the bears because they couldn't deal with the 50 here. Like, it's been a problem. So basically you have the headlines out that there is a deal, at least in principle, on the debt ceiling. And we talked late last week about how, look, if you get a deal, it's going to lift the market. The question is, lift it for how long and lift it for how far? So we've engaged the upper band here. We've traded as high as 42, 43 quarter. That's the holiday session yesterday, Globex into today. So we'll see what kind of follow through there is. You've got a pretty tight Globex range, about 22 handles, which, considering the news, considering the potential of the news, it's interesting. You have the NASDAQ up about 1.4%, and you've only got, the S&P is only up about 0.5% right now. So you've got some disparity there. As we head into today, I want to see what can the bulls do with an area like 4250, potentially 4277. Once they ring the bell and everybody's here and trading, can they continue to move it to the upside? It's easy to bleed it up in the middle of the night. I will be interested to see what the price agenda is once we ring the actual bell. If the bulls can start an upper band ride, you still basically, you can see how the Bollinger Bands, at least on a relative basis versus what they've been, are still pretty flat. With the retest of the 50, if the ultimate move is a leg higher, it certainly has enough fuel to get that done to the upside, meaning we keep going and you deal with things like 50, 77, 4,300. Okay, hourly chart, you can see it was, it's pretty tight yesterday, holiday session, pretty tight last night. It really perked up when Europe opened, and it's been a steady move to the upside since. You see the new weekly pivot down there, 41.85, sitting there right around the 9-day. If you're the bears, you don't really want to be giving up a higher high versus Friday, although, it's a lower high by a tick at 42, 43 quarter on Friday versus 42, 43 about 45 minutes ago. The bears have got to get back down towards that weekly pivot, towards the 9-day, close it below, and try to get back into where you were Thursday, and then do a hell of a lot better job of dealing with things like the 50. This 4 hours that we spent on Wednesday at the 50, consequences. I mean, you can't deal with areas that big, that badly, and not have there be consequences. I mean, it is what it is. The bears are going to need some news or a sell the news or something that sends it in the other direction. In a vacuum, it wants to bleed up. With a deal, it wants to go up. The bears are going to have to overcome that. And they're really just noise above 4,200, above weekly pivot, above the 9-day. So until we start trading in a meaningful way below 4180, you can be short, but it's just a trade. It's a trade. I would not start, if it wants to bleed higher, I would not start throwing darts at every higher high and saying, all right, that's enough. All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's how you end up fighting big rallies to the upside, losing that opportunity to be long, and then just living in the short, and just you're not gonna perform that way. You're not gonna get your handles that way. So we're coming off a holiday weekend. I expect this morning to be not slow, but not, unless you get a lot of debt ceiling news that's really going to charge it. I don't think you're really going to, people are going to get their feet. I think everybody's going to kind of wait and see what this thing really wants to do. And then as we get later in the week, we'll see what the real effect of dealing with the debt ceiling is. Once that turns from the unknown into the known, Do we go ahead and come back in? Because all the problems we had before, we still have now. That remains to be seen, and I would not be making any assumptions in either direction on that. All right. Everybody have a fantastic day. Be safe, be healthy, take care, trade them well, respect this rally. Respect this rally. All right. Catch you tomorrow. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.